Mm. The audio is all right, people. And you can hear me now. Wouldn't connect with George. Yeah. The audio is all right. Is that the Sapato Dennis that we know? Those of us who know him. Is that a real Sapato? Okay, let me look that up. Let me look that particular name up. That Senator Dylan got me laughing the morning. Is in my face too serious? I should smile some more. Now instead of smiling, he got me laughing. Okay, is that Sabato?
Every day and night, every night and day. I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day. I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. We at the tell it and we getting it on. Baby girl, tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, right. We can stop on the bed, bath and beyond. Baby girl, tell me what you into. Yeah. Cause every day and every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and every night and day, I wanna love your body, girl, in every single way. Forever my lady like Jodeci. You see your body keep controlling me, and I'm trying to get it popping like it's ecstasy. But your body should stay close to me. We gon' get it poppin', we gon' get it poppin' and soaking wet, fuck around. Got your girls, man, they all upset. Where you at? Where you at? Where you been spending time? Got a man, I always hit you up, but you not around. I see you not a man, I'll hit you up on the phone. I'm head down and pick you up, baby girl, when you all alone. I wanna call you up, but I can't do that shit. Come over here, baby, you the one I'm fooling with. You the one I'm fooling with. I spend the hours, 1,000 flowers and tuna fish. Baby girl, you the only one that I'm dealing with. I swear to God, the MC Hammer catch you too legit. And didn't know that you my mama, me. Baby girl, you get perfect with the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, doing a little dance, telling me that you love me.
Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies, nonprofits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3955. That's Allen Bernard International, or ABR, transforming business through ideas. In order to keep ourselves and others safe from the coronavirus disease, we must all get vaccinated. Here are a few facts about the coronavirus vaccine. The vaccine does not have anything in it that can make you magnetic. All COVID-19 vaccines are free of metals. The COVID-19 vaccines available in the US do not contain live virus. They do not share any of their parts inside or outside of your body. The vaccine is safe for current and future pregnancies. There is no proof showing unsafe results on taking the vaccine for current or future pregnancies, which means pregnant women can also take the vaccine. The COVID-19 vaccine does not change your DNA. In fact, it has absolutely no interaction with your DNA. The vaccine does not cause you to test positive for the virus. It is untrue, as none of the vaccine will cause you to test positive in a viral test. Therefore, the vaccine is safe to use. Get vaccinated today and stay alive. A message sponsored by the African Career Education and Resource Incorporated, or ASA, in the state of Minnesota. Lapu's Kitchen, a Liberian-owned business operated by Johnson and Wales University's trained chef Joyce Matowia, is your dining away from home. At Lapu's Kitchen, we prepare all kinds of Liberian cuisines, including fried and rare oil potatoes green, kidney beans, palava sauce, fever leaves, and a lot more. We also make rice bread, meat pies, cookies, Benesi candies, and all kinds of pastry products. Place in your order online today from anywhere in the US at www.lorpukertchen.com. The good news is your package is sealed in an insulated cooling box and reaches your destination well preserved and fresh. Save yourself the stress and order the best from a professional chef. Lapu's Kitchen keeps your fingers licking. They say a home is where the heart is. That's why at Melrose Suites, we provide a conducive and safe environment for your long and short-term stay. With our 6 fully furnished luxurious apartments of 3 bedrooms each, our customers have the option of renting a full apartment or single bedroom. We also have standard rooms and king suites. At Melrose Suites, we have 24-hour electricity, cold and hot water, cable TV, internet service, and fully air-conditioned rooms. Melrose Suites takes the pressure off its customers with our fully equipped kitchens, living and dining rooms, as well as balconies. All you need is your personal belongings and enjoy your stay. We are located on Silver Beach Road in Dwazon, Lower Margibi County. For reservation, call our US number 610-986-1077 and our LIB number on 0777-588-118. You can email us at edithwaters111@gmail.com. Melrose Suites, a home away from home.
Another banger, baby, calm down.
Pinter One of Delaware. Yes, it's Pinter One of Delaware, the name that counts when you talk quality painting works. For more than 2 decades, Pinter One has brought more life and vigor to thousands of residential and commercial complexes with our quality painting services. Give your homes, offices, bars, stores, hospitals, shops, etc. that look they deserve by choosing Pinter One of Delaware. For more information, call us on phone number 302-508-3034. Again, 302-508-3034. Or visit our website at pinter1.com/Delaware. Or better still, email us on ivan@pinter1.com or holly@pinter1.com. Schedule a free estimate and get 10% off by using the promo code Costa. Pinter One of Delaware. Renew your space, renew your life.
She dey give me small, small, I know.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. You're listening or watching the Costa Show. Today is May the 12th, 2022. The time in Monrovia is a few minutes up to 10:30 a.m. and in Delaware on the eastern seaboard of the United States of America is 6:29, a few seconds to 6:30 in the morning. And it's a beautiful day here in Delaware. Every day we see a life is a good day. You may not have been able to do all of the things you set out to do in that day, but as long as you are alive above ground, is a good day. Good morning, Boakai.
Good morning, Costa, and good morning to our many listeners, home and abroad. We are back here to provide you informations and get you on your feet about happenings here in Liberia and the world at large.
Yeah, we're glad to be here. Good morning there, my dear sister Frances Power. Good morning to you, Brother Darius Kai St. Patrick, the newest married man on the block. How is Mrs. Lomax doing? Williams Fala, Joe Flomo, all of you wonderful folks. Good morning to you. Welcome. We're glad to be here. Yesterday we were on the BBC. I see my dear mother, Mapu Margaret Dyson. Good morning there, my dear mother. I hope you're doing good. And one of my mothers celebrates her birthday today. Mother Mona Lisa. Mother Mona Lisa. And she's in Germany. She celebrates 58 today, but she looks more like 48. I want to say happy birthday to you, our dear mother, Mona Lisa, as you celebrate 58 years today in good health and in spirits. We pray that the good Lord will increase your age many times over. And may he grant you all of your heart's desires. Yes. Patience. Lofa Bip Sima, Patience, good morning to you. Cherna Barry says Monakoti, good morning to you, all my COP Europe people. Shout out to COP Europe in the house. Yes, yesterday there was a BBC interview with my good friend Hassan Aroni, not with me, but with the FIU boss, Edwin Harris, one of the hardest working guys in the government. Waka, you know the FIU, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Financial Intelligence Unit.
Yeah.
Those guys can work. Those are the guys that prayed the court and got the thing to shut down, to freeze the bank accounts and the assets of, just the bank accounts of this guy, Basiru. Yeah, good job. They work hard, you know. Edwin Harris and his team at the FIU, no wonder why they enjoy the confidence of the United States government through the embassy. They work very hard. So Edwin Harris was on the BBC yesterday. I will send you the BBC interview if you don't have it. Yeah, well, you're most welcome. So that's a message from Miss Helen Momo, whom we interviewed yesterday. What a great interview it was with her. She just sent me a message with a screenshot of the Cash App, the total amount that she received yesterday, unsolicited, by the way, unsolicited, and from the folks who were watching, $515 US. yesterday morning. When we had her on the show, somebody said, my friend Vani Sambola said, send me her cash app, just want to say, want to buy her lunch for being studious and hardworking and determined. And, one thing led to another, and several people sent contributions just to let her go have lunch. A fine, young, brilliant young woman who's graduating with her bachelor's from Georgetown University in no other discipline, none other but mathematics. So she received 515 US dollars, 515 US dollars yesterday morning to send her to lunch. Isn't that good lunch, boy? 515 bucks.
Good morning.
Only on the Costa Show. Only on the Costa Show that one can happen.
We never planned that.
No, it was spontaneous. It was what you call spontaneous acts of appreciation. People were appreciating Helen Momo for what she has accomplished and what she embodies. That Liberian young women can do. She's a manifestation of that. Her story is just remarkable. Yesterday I went and met one of our brothers, Wilson. Shout out to you, Wilson, who's working on my car, by the way, installing some parts on there. And Wilson saw me. The first thing he shouted from across the street as I walked towards him, he said, "My man, what can I show you how yesterday gave me all cry?" That was Helen when he was referring to. He said he was just so moved, deeply moved, as were many others, by Helen's remarkable story, coming from the humblest of beginnings in our country. Her mother, a Kobo seller. I probably know that woman. I lived on GSA Road for a couple of years. I may have probably gone to a Kobo shop to eat. I live on the GSA Road, my guy, for some years, Shout out to you, my brother, Amadou Daddy Kone. I met Amadou the last time when I was in Minnesota, and I had just walked out of the barber shop. Heroes Barber Shop. Shout out to you guys. You gave me a good haircut. And as I walked out, Amadou, this tall black guy, typical strong man, strong man. And Amadou said, "Hey, my brother Costa." And I turned and I spoke. Well, and Amadou said, "I'm a COP man." He reached into his pocket, took out his wallet, and took out his COP ID card. And I just smiled, and we took some selfies together. Yes, Amadou Daddy Kone. Shout out to you, my dear brother. My brother Christian Kaiser, good morning to you. The chair of the Dallas chapter of the Council of Patriots. Shout out to you, my friend. I will be in Houston on the 19th, from the 19th of May to the 22nd. We're visiting with my dear beloved sister Lindsay and my niece and nephew. So I hope if you have some time, we can link up. I know it's a 3 to 4 hour drive from Houston to Dallas, Texas, but I hope we could connect if time permits. We will also be going back to Minnesota. We leave on the 9th of June to go to Boston, Massachusetts for 2 days to attend the graduation ceremony of my dear niece and Apple. She's graduating from high school, brilliant young lady. The sky is the limit for her. So we're going there to celebrate with my sister, Mia Pegono, her mother. We will be there to celebrate with them. Darlington Collins and I are making that trip. So we leave on the 9th of June to Boston, Massachusetts. We'll be there from the 9th to the 10th. And then on the morning of the 11th, we take off from Boston, Massachusetts and fly to Minnesota. Back to Minnesota. We were just there a few days, a week or two ago. We're going back to Minnesota on the 11th of June to attend the graduation of another niece of mine. My dear brother Bomi Amos and his darling wife Mona, and they're celebrating their daughter is graduating, and she's off to a fine school, one of the finest schools in this country. A brilliant young lady. Who has the word at her feet. So we're going there for that graduation ceremony. And then we fly from Minnesota back to, when the weather improves, I can travel across the country and head from one place to another place to another place. But I love it. serving our people and celebrating with friends and family. Some of these people have become family now, and it's just a humbling thing. Now, so we're gonna move on to. So George Weah issued a statement, and Bwaga, we have not had the time to speak to that particular statement, in which he said, going forward, all diplomatic passports, before they are issued or granted, he, the president, must. Oh yes, brother Julius Bantu, I will hit you up when I get to Boston. But remember the date now. You know your brother can forget. I will be in Boston on the 9th of June. Please, let's hang out. The last time I was there, you know, we were together now. From Rhode Island to Massachusetts, I will hit you up if I don't forget. But please don't forget the date. So the president issued a statement and said that going forward, every diplomatic passport must receive his personal authorization before they're issued. Essentially, the president has made himself the new passport director for diplomatic passports.
Diplomatic passport director.
Yeah, he's the diplomatic passport director. But here is the thing. The problem with that is this. When you say that me, the only man, should issue or authorize the issuance of diplomatic passports, and we know your money and all of y'all can sell a passport then. The day we see our passport going forward from this day, from the day we are issued a statement, going forward, anytime a diplomatic passport surfaces in the hands of a criminal like Basiru Kante, which has made the BBC. By the way, I was talking about that. It's on the BBC now. Anytime we see a Liberian diplomatic passport in the possession of a criminal, a narco trader, a money launderer, a 419er, you name it, guess what, Bwaga? And that passport bears the date from the time George Weah issued a statement. You know what that means, Bwaga? Who would we say issued that passport to that person?
President George Manuel Weah.
What George Weah has taken away from himself is what is called presidential plausible deniability. You know, there's something called plausible deniability. In a Liberian way, the way you say, Dana me, oh. Yeah, I was in the hall, but I don't know who did it. Dana me. That is what Weah has taken away. The president has plausible deniability. He can say, yes, I'm the president. I appointed John Brown, but I'm not responsible for what John Brown did. But now that George Weah has said in a statement, which we all have read, that going forward, all diplomatic passports must be personally authorized by himself. What that boy has done, he does not know. He has removed the cloak of presidential plausible deniability. The day we see our passport, and we know they will still issue passport. You think the man will stop? The day we see our passport bearing those dates after the president issued that statement, that we get the passport.
Yeah, but Costa, he's saying that one thing, and other people issuing it is another thing. Because
we not care.
Yeah,
he said, like you say into the hall, he said, my man, nobody will pass here to enter the hall. And nobody, unless I say they will enter the hall, nobody will enter. Then we'll go see somebody enter. Now who is responsible?
Like you that nobody will enter.
Now who is responsible?
You that say nobody will enter.
And you say nobody will enter unless you say so, that you will hold. The president was wrong. It was a foolish move. I know in team when he said they will trust him. The weird thing that when he said nobody, we don't trust yourself. But the weird thing that when he said only me will issue passport, you think we trust you? You think we know your best selling diplomatic passport and honorary consul generalship to people left and right? Akin Ojo, The Nigerian criminal just sent to Mexico to represent us. You think we know that you have something to do with it? Come on, man. Don't think that when you say that, then we'll say, oh, okay, yeah, the president, you know, that the man can do it down there. That lie. But now we know this. Going forward, anytime we see our passport in somebody's hand, and God bless us, we look in our passport and we see the date in our passport, and it says that date is from the time you made a pronouncement. It's after the time you made a pronouncement that all passports, diplomatic, would be authorized personally by you. For that time, we'll hold you.
So the question here, Costa, is that so once the president traveled, there's no issuance of diplomatic passport under his back.
Yeah, but where you can hardly go, my way, man.
We're
gonna see your meeting. We're gonna see your plane.
They may go Ghana, they may go France, they may go places.
Let me ask you a question. Since Jowiya became president, has he ever received a state visit? Maybe I'm wrong. Has Jowiya been abroad on a state visit? Think, brother. Think. I don't recall. I know he's been on. Has he been on a state visit?
Not yet.
Okay. Not that I remember. I can't remember. Maybe he been somewhere on state visit, but I can't remember. I can't. But listen, black guy. So that is the thing that Jowiya has done with this thing. Now, yesterday on the BBC, and by the way, I spoke with my good friend, Hassan Aroni. Hassan Aroni is the guy who listen, I have the thing here. I want to find it. Ooh, Nangala. I listened to it yesterday. You know, we had they spoke with the FIU boss, Edwin Harris, and by the way, the director general of the FIU, Mr. Edwin Harris, he said they were already investigating Sheikh Bashir Kante. He told the BBC that yesterday. We'll find a thing. Somebody please send me the link, man. I had it yesterday. I don't know where I put it. But Edwin Harris told the BBC yesterday, he said they were already investigating Basiru. Because here is why he said they were investigating Basiru. And by the way, the FIU has been very instrumental in nabbing a lot of money launderers. You are aware of that, right, Wakai? A lot. You remember that group that time that the government didn't want to indict? The FIU was the one that went after them.
Absolutely.
Went to the court and had the court. Those boys had, I think, 15 bank accounts with the 12 commercial banks in the country. Every single commercial bank.
All the banks in Liberia.
They have bank accounts. They were not doing any business activity, but they were just receiving, moving millions of dollars in those accounts. The FIU moved in and brought it to the attention of the government. The government had to now go to court and shut those accounts down, which they didn't want to do. We applied lots of pressure. Eventually, it was done. But here's the point I'm trying to make. The FIU said yesterday, FIU boss Edwin Harris said yesterday on the BBC with Hassan Aroni that they had this guy, they were watching this guy, Sheikh Bashir Kante. They said they were watching Sheikh Bashir Kante for a while. Here is why they said they were watching him. There were some strange money transactions. Listen to this. This man says he's selling gold. He's a gold business. He's a diamond dealer. His company, Royal Gold, and another company.
Royal Gold.
Yeah. But there were discrepancies, irregularities in his financial dealings. Irregularities and discrepancies. For example, you buy $25,000 worth of gold. How is it that your bank account receives $300,000? But you say you just took $25,000 worth of gold out of the country to sell abroad, but now your bank account has just received $300,000 US. So then where did the money come from? You see that? So the FIU said they had him under close surveillance. They were monitoring his dealings. monitoring his bank accounts because they have the authority to do that. And bam, before they were able to go and arrest him, they heard that he got picked up in the United States. That's why the FIU moved him and had the court freeze all his bank accounts in the country. Yeah. And they said those accounts has hundreds of thousands of US dollars in them. Hundreds of thousands. His accounts in Liberia. So wow. I just want to say kudos to the Financial Intelligence Unit. They've been doing a good job. Money laundering, all kind of team. All kind of people been doing money laundering in Liberia. And these guys have been on their, they've been on their tail. On their tail. I want to speak to something here this morning. And just before the show, I want to say this. My princess, Martina Konate, reached out to me. She sent me a couple of voice messages while I was getting ready to come down in my studio to do the show with you. It's a situation regarding those Liberian women, young Liberian women, who are recruited by traffickers, who impersonate as decent people, who promise them paradise in places like Dubai. There's this place called Oman, I'm told.
Yeah.
And they take them there and they place them in people's homes, rich people's homes. They confiscate their travel documents and they subject them to all kinds of, inhumane and dehumanizing and treatment. They treat them badly. And Martina has been in touch with many of them. She just sent me some of their passports this morning. Poverty drives, a lot of people have brought it to my attention, but I'm only speaking to it now because, not because Martina is the one that brought it to my attention, but because I've just heard too much of it, especially this morning, the way Martina narrated to me how she spoke with them and how they're crying. They just want to come back home. This is not the first time, Boaka. Many young women have been taken abroad to Lebanon. You remember years ago there was a situation where many of them in Lebanon.
Yeah.
Working as domestic servants, live-in domestic servants for these wealthy people. And they abused them. Martina was just narrating to me how one of these girls said she's the 25-year-old son of the family that she lives and works, that she lives with and works for. Every night when she goes to bed, this boy creeps on her in her room and tries to sexually abuse her. And when she reports it to his parents, they ignore her. Look, I don't want to sound horrible, but the stories we hear, I don't want to sound biased or anything, or not the word bias. I don't want people to say, oh, I don't like Arab people. But Boakai, the stories we hear, even from other international sources, the BBC, and other international news organizations, of how people are treated in these countries, domestic servants, they're treated very badly. People not only from Africa, people from Malaysia, people from Indonesia, in fact, other Muslim countries that go to these countries, they treat them very badly, Boakai. They beat them, they sexually abuse them, they keep them indoors, some of them for months. They seize their travel documents. And Boakai, the sad part about it is that the people who are recruiting these people, Boakai, the people who are recruiting these people, they are Liberians.
Yeah, and they are here, Costa.
They are right in the country.
Yeah.
The people who are recruiting these agents, these human traffickers, because this is human trafficking, Boakai. You come to me, you tell me, Boakai, I have a job for you in Dubai with a rich family, and you're going to be paid $1,500 a month. You can tell one little poor person in Liberia who can even see $50 a month, you tell them that you're going to go live in with the people. So therefore, you're not going to pay rent, Boakai, and we're gonna you're not going to have to buy food. You're not going to have to do anything. We're going to take care of you. Then you go there. Then they seize your passport. The reality is different from the narrative they sold to you. They sold you on the narrative that is paradise. Oh, we'll take care of you. You will live in a house. You can work there 3, 4, 5 years. When you're tired, you can come back home. Then you say that now you start calculating how much money you will make for those 3, 4, 5 years while you live there with them. You don't have to buy food. You don't have to pay rent. You will save up all the money you make only for them to take you there, Bwakai. You become a slave.
Costa, the last time I raised the issue here, I wanted us to talk about it.
But the point about it, I'm sorry for interrupting you, and I want to say this before you make your point, Bwakai. The frustrating part is they hard.
Yeah.
They stay going.
Mm-hmm.
They think been happening for years. They're here hard. They're stupid. They stay going. They tell you, say, they truly a friend about, oh, I'll go there. Maybe God will be with me. My own will not be bad. What kind of behavior is that? You know why I'm talking about a long time? Let me tell you the last one before you talk. You know why I'm talking about a long time?
Yeah.
That's exactly why. That's exactly why. That's exactly why I'm talking about a long time. You tell them, don't go. Don't go. They will say, oh, me, I'll go. Maybe God will be with me. They're here hard. They're here damn hard. Go ahead, Bwakai. They will say,
so
they will say go.
This girl got contacted by one of the agents here in Liberia, and they told her that, oh, if you go to Dubai, you'll go and live into live somewhere that you'll be having everything as a lady and live a very decent life, a very good paid job. You have it. She said, okay. And then the agent was responsible for her everything from start to end. The agent was responsible for plane ticket. When she went, the place she was stopping first before even moving to the other people's home, the agent was responsible for it. So now, when she went in Dubai, she couldn't get a job that is talked about. The next thing the agent told her was that send the job I told you about. Now you can receive the job. You have to get into prostitution to pay the money that
I used to bring you.
Yeah, to bring you in Dubai. And then Costa, if you go and sleep with a guy, the amount they're giving you was not reached like close to $10 or $15 US, and you are due to pay almost $4,000 to $5,000 US on your going, the feeding, the lodging, everything that you did there. You are due to pay that amount of money to the agent. By that time, they have already seized your passport. There's no way that you can go in or come out. They already seized your passport. Then the girls are only then becoming pure because every night different men have to come and sleep with you. Different person do the other thing to you. Just their whole body structure. When you see some of their photos back home in Liberia and their picture now in Dubai is totally different because every night
and then the country where they sort of be looking good but they look worse in the country they went to hustle.
Yes,
when they were home, they look worse.
Yeah, and Costa, that girl I'm talking about, she up to now she stay in Dubai, stay fighting to pay that particular agent.
So now she's doing prostitution.
Yes, still doing prostitution almost 1 year now and a half. She's still doing that same prostitution. They have to pay that $5,000 that they spent on her.
Made that money long time, man, guy. Look. When some of them keep them in places where the men can pay the money to them before they go sleep with the women, the money can't even enter the guy's hand.
No.
They can't even see the money. But boy, when you talk, some of them listening to her right now looking for visa to go.
Yeah.
Some of them right now, all the one we're talking, they're listening to her. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, but that one cause I'm talking there that they're been it. All I know when I go there, my own log will be different. That's how stupid people can behave. So you see, the reason why I have not felt sorry for them is because technology everywhere today. Information is everywhere. People, the news now spread everywhere that people can treat people badly. You want to say, we getting are going. They don't know that other people been treated badly there. They know.
They know. And they see it on the internet. It's happening. It's glaring.
They see it on the internet. They know. They stay say they want to go. So what do you want to do now? So other guy write me the other day, oh, my man Costa, you ready to help these girls? At least we can raise some money to bring them back. What? Raise money to bring them back? No, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. The only thing we can do We can get the people who are carrying them, let the government arrest them, and make sure they bring them back. Because they took them there. The agents in Liberia who are negotiating for the girls to be taken abroad, to be, some of them forced into sexual slavery. That's what they're doing, a sexual slavery, boy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sorry, what we can do here? You get out, you put yourself in harm's way. Then we must sit down here, we say, we'll raise money for you to go. Some of them listening right now. They are listening. They still won't go. You know why? In their minds, the other one is bad lucky. They all right. God let them part their friend. Yeah. So they will go, their situation will be better.
They part they fun, they beautiful. So when they go there, men will just take them and say, oh, I want to marry you, I want to do this. All the other people are going there.
You can't go sell potato green. You can't go do you can't go make garden in Liberia. You want to go Dubai?
Hey, but they want to take pictures, slave queens.
Oh man, guy, to be very honest, man, why you got looking for that? Every kid, you didn't Dubai that America. America, you can't begin. You can be what thing you will not. Guy, you will not fail. And say you fully man. Nobody can do that. That thing they can do to you in Asia, Dubai, and other places. If you come to America, nobody can do it to you here. To say they will seize a document, you will work for them, you will do the work. No! You come to the country, you will do fine. But stop going to Dubai. Stop going to Lebanon to go work in somebody's home. Stop. Don't do that. They will use you as a slave. They will treat you badly. They will sexually molest you. Don't go there. Again, all the way we're talking, we're just wasting our time. Okay?
Absolutely.
We're wasting our time. Then you go here and then oh, Mr. Costa, and they get a Liberian get it. They treat us as an empire. They treat them what do we want to do?
Now you just take the phone, Costa. Yeah, for me now, I just take the phone. I say, oh, girl, I know. I say, oh, I get one of my guy in Dubai, man. He looking for somebody, and there's a well-paid job, blah blah blah. I just encourage. I just take 5 minutes to just.
They can't go.
Bam! She want to get on a plane. Once he say, I get a plane ticket to go and do everything there.
When you work there, then you pay my money back.
When you work there, you pay my money back. She will say, yes, I'm available to go. That's just how he's looking at Costa.
Go sell potato green. Go do Kobo. Eh?
But Costa,
go do something.
They not prefer doing such thing in Liberia, but they prefer it in other country.
Yeah.
It's better for them to do that in Oman, in Dubai, but they can't do it in Liberia because people looking at them. I don't know.
Look at Princess Cooper. Princess Cooper was catering. And what she was doing?
Yeah.
She was 25 years old. She was catering. Do something in your country. First of all, you not know book. When you go to Dubai, what kind of joy they will get you? Let me tell you something. One thing they all share in common, they are not educated. You got no special skills. You're not going to Dubai with you think that ordinary people can go to Dubai and make it? And let me tell you something. You think Dubai, when you see all the farm building, you think who they want there? The people who
educated people.
There are people who are educated, they got special skills that the people in Dubai need. You not know book. You never traveled nowhere before.
You not know trade.
You not know trade. You don't know. I'm trying to say, Boga, if you got correct skills, plumbing, carpentry, where you set the fire in it, you correct in it. You can go down there, you can work in the construction industry, you can do that. But all you can do is just to do domestic work. When you not get any of those skills, then they turn you into a prostitute or sex slave, which is even worse. You stop going to these countries to seek greener pasture. You got no skills. Dubai, then you think a small people can go to Dubai? The citizens of Dubai, they won't work. They put in UAE, they don't work. They leave the menial jobs, the dirty jobs for people like you. If you go there on your own, that's different thing, Boga. If you buy your own ticket, you plan your own trip, you go there on your own, you hustle for a job, that's different thing.
Yeah, that's different thing.
But when somebody take you and say, can't let go, the money I spent on you, when you get there, you wear your pay back. Don't agree to follow them. Because they will seize your travel documents and they will always say, you won't finish paying my money yet. You won't finish paying my money yet. No matter how long they work you, they will work you, abuse you. They will still tell you, you won't finish paying the money yet. Do not follow anybody to Dubai or any other countries to say you come and go work. Are you a medical doctor? No. Are you a nurse with many years of experience? No. What kind of extra skills do you have? What are you going to Dubai? What kind of skills do you have that Dubai needs?
I'm beautiful. You follow the Arab women that
you find an Arab women there?
My biggie, yeah.
Look, don't go to Dubai. I'm sorry. I said Martina told me that morning. She said they turned there crying. Someone else send their passport photo. Someone else got their passport. They send their passport photo to Martina. Some of them, they are incommunicado. The people that seize their cell phones. The people who took them, they seize their cell phones. Can you imagine, Bwaga? They can't even communicate with their families back home. Do not go to Dubai. Mother Mona Lisa, good morning and happy birthday to you again. We wish you all the best as our mother there in Germany. Good morning and happy birthday to you. Don't follow them to Dubai. We're going to go to the phone lines and take some calls. I was trying to find that BBC interview, but for some reason I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I can't find it, but we've talked about it. So, okay, that should suffice. But we're going to go to the phone line. Yeah. Linda Thomas Greenfield, okay? Linda Thomas Greenfield, the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, spoke at the Wilson Center's Africa and History and Public Policy Programs, bicentennial thing. They hosted that thing. I think it was moderated by Elias Shonian, or one of the moderators. And I'm going to send it to you right now. Just an excerpt of some of the comments she made. This was on March the 31st, just a few months ago. Okay, listen to it. This is the senior most U.S. government official to speak publicly on corruption in Liberia and the effects of corruption on the people. I just sent it to your WhatsApp. Please play it for our people. These comments were made by Linda Thomas Greenfield, the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. She is a cabinet level official. She sits in the Biden cabinet. I say she sits on the cabinet. She sits in cabinet meetings. She is a cabinet official. She is higher than the American ambassador to Liberia. She's higher than even Dana Banks. She's higher. Yeah, just so you know. So while I play that excerpt, she was, I believe, the fourth person that was appointed by President Biden when he after he was inaugurated. The number 4 person he appointed in his administration. She also was on the transitional team, heading the foreign policy team. So she's a serious cookie. And former ambassador to Liberia for several years, of course. Waga, you want to play that so people can hear it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Liberia has a serious problem right now, and that's taking on a number of issues. Foremost among them is the issue of corruption. And this is an issue that we are seeing across the board, not just in Liberia, but in other places. And for me, corruption is an act of robbery, plain and simple. It's a cancer in our societies. It is government stealing from the people of Liberia, from the mouths of children. It takes away access to health care. It denies citizens their right to public safety. It stops young people of Liberia from getting the education they deserve. It takes the future away from them. It prevents this country from having the healthy business environment that it needs to lift Liberia out of poverty. It has denied Liberia its place in history, a successful and prosperous country with so many resources to contribute to its people's well-being. Corruption is a democracy killer, and we cannot have that in a place like Liberia, which we're counting on as a bulwark for Africa's democracy. To me, this is the most pressing, it's the most forward-looking challenge facing Liberia today. Liberia has...
Okay,
That's it.
we will play one more time, but I need to analyze something for our people. Of all the things she said, which are very true, the one thing she said that touched me so deeply was when she said, corruption has denied Liberia its place in history. I don't know whether you all understand what that means. Yeah. Your uselessness not made the kind of level you sort of reach in life, you won't reach that level because of your uselessness. That woman basically said, corruption has denied Liberia her place in history. The position where Liberia is supposed to be in, corruption not made, we're not in our position. That's what the woman said, Bogai. The position will make it, the play what we're supposed to be. The sweet land of liberty, milk and honey, good school, electricity, safe drinking water, the hospital then working good, everything correct, our people then living long. They play what the reason why we're not to that play there because of corruption. That's what the woman said. Corruption has denied Liberia its place in history. Amen. Look at you fully man. Look at all the property your pa left for you. You're drinking the liquor that make you're not nothing. The place is gonna be nothing. That's what the woman said to us. That look at Liberia, you're useless. The place you're supposed to be in history. Where Liberia is supposed to be a decent country, where people are supposed to be coming to Liberia to improve their life. Instead of Liberian going to America to do people cleaning job, to be, hey man, Liberian people, when I see our people abroad, they won't go home. You know how many Liberian people here won't go home? You know how many Liberian people will live in their country? You wake up in the morning, you eat your fresh, every day we go fresh food. Yeah, we can eat the food, we can make the food, we eat about one week. We get, hey man, you think Liberian I want to live in Liberia? But the corruption make it we let this so. All of us, we tell the children of Israel, we in the wilderness, we in Egypt, we in Oman, we in America, we in Germany, we in the other place, we in the other place, we just hustling. The way Israel was looking in the Bible, that how we're looking, we in the wilderness, we just hustling all over around the world.
We can't go home.
We can't go home. Because what is in your home? What is in your country? The woman said, corruption has denied Liberia its place in history. Amen. When I heard the words, my heart just dropped. I said, Nangala, that the wicked papa then, the wicked old man like Ellen, all the papa then, they the one made Liberia looking like this. So the play was supposed to be here today was supposed to be completed when I get light. Ellie's gone. Oh, no water. The house was supposed to be. The house was play that thing one more time, Baka. Play that thing one more time, man. Play it one more time. The thing too sad, man. Like Brentford, we love our country. We won't go home. We won't live in our country. But look at us. We are so hustler in other people's country.
Liberia has a serious problem right now, and that's taking on a number of issues. Foremost among them is the issue of corruption. And this is an issue that we are seeing across the board, not just in Liberia, but in other places. And for me, corruption is an act of robbery, plain and simple. It's a cancer in our societies. It is government stealing from the people of Liberia, from the mouths of children. It takes away access to health care. It denies citizens their right to public safety. It stops young people of Liberia from getting the education they deserve. It takes the future away from them. It prevents this country from having the healthy business environment that it needs to lift Liberia out of poverty. It has denied Liberia its place in history, a successful and prosperous country with so many resources to contribute to its people's well-being. Corruption is a democracy killer, and we cannot have that in a place like Liberia, which we're counting on as a bulwark for Africa's democracy. To me, this is the most pressing, it's the most forward-looking challenge facing Liberia today. Liberia has...
Okay, there you have it. Corruption has denied Liberia its place in history.
History, yeah.
A prosperous, and there's another word you use, country. We should be a prosperous country, flowing with milk and honey. But you know why we're not there? Because of corruption. The thing is shameful. Let's go to the lines and take some calls, Waka. It's very, very sad. Government after government, you vote for one man. You know, Waka, the sad part about Liberia, and maybe some days I just sit and I say, I just want to be done with the politics. You vote for one man, they will tell you all the sweet thing, all the sweet thing. Who will do that one? Who will face the one? Who will do that one? Who will fight corruption? Then they come there, they bunch of rogues.
Scene 6 and 7.
Then you jump behind another group. Oh, we'll face it. We know all the answers. We get experience. Look at our record. We are this, we are that. They come there, they steal again. Then you jump behind another group. Yeah, we are good. We are better than other people. We are this, we are that. They come there, they steal again. Hey, God, when will you send us the right leader? Every day I ask myself that question. Sometimes when I say publicly, some people, why are you saying that? What, you are supporting Joe Baga, so you must say it is Baga. I don't know that. I don't. You know, some people don't like me to say that. Only God knows. Baga, only God knows who the right leader will be. Yeah. We support the leader we like, the leader we believe that will make a difference. But you know what? Only God knows. Allah Baga?
Nope.
Do you know for a fact that John Brown will be the savior?
No.
Do you know for a fact that they useless like bro will see they're suffering here? Somebody you know will come and stop it. You don't know that. Only God knows.
Only God.
We play our part. We lead the rest to God, yeah? What did we not hear before? Forget, listen to me. What did we not hear Ellen say before? Corruption will be what thing? Public enemy number one.
Yeah.
We heard that one from Ellen. She turned around later on and said corruption and turned to what? Vampire.
Fire.
And you remember that one? So all the thing you're doing, you have no guarantee of nothing. No guarantee. Only God knows. Some people want me to say, God told me say that Joseph Baga will be the one. No, I don't know that for a fact. Only God knows. Look at the other one. That JMB is that leader. I can't say that. God and myself never had that discussion. But the way my heart can hide for my country. The country, small, the country not even big, small country, 5 million people with suffering. Our women are running all over the place doing prostitution, they're doing that one, they were suffering. And we got all the resources. We got all the resources, man. They think can help me, Only God knows all. And I say we must not vote, we must vote. And I say we must not support the person with Lego, we must support them. But let me tell you something. If somebody tell you, say, God told me, say that John Brown will be the savior, tell you, say, give me the recording when you and God were talking, when you recorded it, let me see it. We don't know why. Because the question I ask myself is, what have we not heard before from politicians? That is the question. We went to war, 14 years of war. 250,000 people will slaughter them. We say we come and face the country. They can't again, they tackle the country. What thing we not hear before? I only trust God. And I trust man. Hey, brother, listen to me. My trust is only in God. for Liberia. To face Liberia, I only God I trust. Call me sentimental, call me crazy, but that God I trust in. That God, only God. That I'm man. My trust not in Joseph Boakai, my trust not in no man. God. If God say he will use Joseph Boakai to do it, I will be happy. But to say that I know for a fact 100%, wallahi, I don't know. The way the country has been for so many years. We have been around for 200 years. 175 years as an independent country. Every day, the people just suffering, the people just suffering. Bunch of dirty Sadama Swan that come to power, they get rich, they loot the country, they do the one year, they do that one. Oh man, I swear to God. But they think and boil my blood, they think and boil my blood. Only God. Only God. Liberia problem now, boy guy. Now only God. Sit down there and say you believe in man. If God said that man is the one I'm sending to answer your that call. Only God. Let's take some calls. Some of you may not like what I say, but my faith is not in man. My faith is in God. Only God.
Okay, God. Folks, so the phone lines are open. We talk about corruption. We talk about the human trafficking. You know, a lot of people express interest in that topic and want to form part of the discussion. You can call on the WhatsApp number. Those out of the country in Dubai, Oman, you know, somewhere around the United Arab Emirates there, you know, Asia. You want to form part of the discussion. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. Once again, +231 888 624171. Coming up, and you'll be live on the show.
We're not here, Baga. What did we not hear before? Baga.
We not hear everything.
Take A, begin. I could not say better than that.
Yeah, but Costa, when we are say, oh, I'm from the slum. I'm from.
What did you not tell us? Baga.
I'm a native man.
I'm a native man. And I know both. I know your Google. I will fight for you. We not hear that one. Ellen Johnson Sally. All the men in that failure. Let the women take power. We not hear that one. What did we not hear before? Sami Kayando say I'm the first native man to be president. Our country boy. What did we not hear before? Chatilla. We not hear everything. Okay. All the lecture the politicians not there. All the lecture. But when they come to power, they gone. When they come to power, they gone. Look, they think I hate my heart. Oh. They think I hate my heart. But some days when I sit down, I think about it. You know what I say to myself? I say, but I'm not even waste my time to be in the politics business because what's the point? All the people when they come to power, they change. But we are playing gamble. Every day we go vote. You know what we're playing?
Gamble.
We are gambling.
Yeah, no, you know, cause everything happened for a reason. God placed you to that particular position you are for a reason. So,
my man, they too sad, man.
No question. God, why? No. It's a reason. You are there, and I
agree. We are here for a reason, but the thing too sad, man. Our country, man, the thing too sad. Yeah, Baga, let's see whether we can take some calls there. We'll take some guests shortly. The thing sad, man.
Let's take this person on the line. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Look at the other man want to tell me how I should talk.
Good morning.
You think I put my faith in politics? My faith is in God.
Okay, my name is Wisdom, and I'm calling from the Philippines.
The Philippines, welcome.
The country breaks my heart, man.
Yeah.
It's sad.
I just want to talk about this working abroad situation.
Go ahead, you are live.
You see, this working abroad is a very, very good business. It's a multi-million dollars business. I'm in the Philippines, and this business has helped lot of Filipinos. You see this business.
How about the people who they abusing in the business?
Hello? Hello? I don't understand you.
Wait, you just all he said a multi-million business. We talk about human being life, you say business.
Trafficking and all the other things, that business. Let's take this other
Wait. I hope that meant that I'm one of the agents that carry the gun and go sit down. I see.
Yeah. Good morning. Okay, he come back on the line. Good morning. Hello, are you one of the agents that carry people to other country?
No, I'm not an agent, brother. Please just listen to me what I want to say.
Yeah, but you have to be snappy. We have a lot of people calling in. Go straight to the point.
You see this business, the Filipinos are using this business and they are getting rich in this country. The only situation here is that your government need to set a system, and our system need to be in place that whatsoever places that people are going to work, they should know about it. You see, in the Philippines here, Filipinos are traveling every day from this business, but their family, their government knows of it. This business is a very good business. The government need to set an agent.
So the government should be involved. Brother, he's making a point. Brother, he's making a good point.
Yeah.
No, brother, he is making a good point.
And it will be in a system. Filipinos are getting rich every day in this country from their business.
He is right. Okay, but I'm telling you to go now. You want to say something? Listen, brother, you know why I say he's right?
No.
If the government sets up an agency of government and they say, if you want Kerry Braga to go work in Japan, pass through us. You, the agent, come to the government, you will sign a document that Braga Kamara is going to work. The government must see the contract. The government must approve. So when you carry Braga Kamara, the Liberian government will be aware that Braga Kamara is going to Japan to go work there.
Sure.
He has a point, Braga. He's making a good point. Let the government be involved. Because when the government is involved, we can hold the government and say that you're the one signing a contract for the person to go. But when you take a whole human being and you fool them and another human being take control of them and carry them to a different country, who will hold when something bad is happening to them? He's making a good point, Braga. So, like he's saying, in the Philippines, the government of the Philippines is involved. That means before you go somewhere, the Filipino authorities, they are aware. They are a part of the deal. Even if you say the government should get 2% of the money the person making or 1% of the money the person making. But in my case, my thing would be let the government just be in it for free because the government looking for a job. Because when no citizens earn money abroad, what do you think they send the money? They send the money back home. So that brother is right. That is the way we should do it. The government must be involved. The government must be involved. We ain't say prostitute. You put Prince Massacre, you can say all kind of nonsense. We ain't say they must do it with prostitute. They can do it with even casual laborers, unskilled workers can go to other countries and work and make money and send the money back. You see, Braga, this is not the first time anything happening in our country. Let me tell you something. I will take you back to history. There was a time in Liberia in the 1920s, a Spanish island called Fernando. Today is a country called Equatorial Guinea. President Charles D.B. King went and signed an agreement with the Spanish people. They used to bring the ship and put crew and gripper boys on the ship, crew and gripper men, to go to work to plant sugarcane and bananas on that island, the Fernando. When they would carry them, they would confiscate their travel documents, their money they would earn, they would even seize some of their money. That led to what they call the Fernando crisis. The League of Nations. That is what made Charles D.B. King to resign as president. Charles D.B. King resigned as president in 1930. He and his Vice President Jensen resigned on December 2nd. Charles D.B. King resigned on December 2nd. Vice President Jensen resigned on December 3rd, 1930. The Fernando crisis. The same thing we're talking about, exploitation of people. It happened. You go to Penelope today, which is called Equatorial Guinea, with that Salama Swan idiot there as president, Teodoro Obiang Nguema. Eh?
Yeah.
That man is there. They used to take the League of Nations, which was the precursor organization of the United Nations. They set up a commission and sent them to Liberia to investigate slavery. That commission was called the Christie Commission. It was led by a professor from Fisk University, F-I-S-K, Fisk University. His name was Herbert Christie. Herbert Christie headed the Christie Commission, and they went to Liberia to investigate slavery in the country. When they made their report and submitted their report to the League of Nations, at the time, Edwin Barclay was Secretary of State. The League of Nations said, look, what Liberia is doing is slavery, and it is unacceptable. You're sending your young Gribble and crew boys to Penelope to work on a Spanish island, and they're being treated inhumanely. The Christie Commission, that's what it was called, Herbert Christie. Now, they put pressure on Charles D.B. King until Charles D.B. King and his vice president resigned. That is how Edwin Barclay, who was Secretary of State, became president in 1930. Because at the time, according to the Liberian Constitution, when the president and the vice president respectively resigned, the Secretary of State, who is today the Minister of Foreign Affairs, takes over. That's how Barclay became president from 1930 to 1944, when William V. Tubman became president, when he handpicked him. I know my history. The Christie Commission, headed by a university professor from the United States, from Fisk University. Then the League of Nations told Liberia that you are immature. Listen to the part. Listen to the part. I know you are about to get shocked when I say this part. They told Liberia, said, Liberia, you're not ready yet to be independent country on your own. You're not. They told our Secretary of State, Edwin Barclay, I think he made a mistake there. They told Barclay, they said, Barclay, your country, you need to come under the trusteeship of the League of Nations. You know what they call trusteeship, right? Barclay, you're not able to make it on your own. You're not mature. You're not correct. Yeah. You can't live under us.
Yeah, we'll control you for now.
The League of Nations proposed to Liberia that they may stay the mail. Barclay then should I agree for Liberia to be trustee of the League of Nations. Today, Liberia are not going to be useless the way useless. Barclay said no. He said he wants a patriot. They told Barclay. They said, Barclay, bring Liberia under us. Let Liberia be a trustee under the League of Nations. Barclay wrote something and letter begin. My uncle Jeremiah Walker made me memorize that letter. I don't know it word for word today, but I remember a particular line that Barclay used. You see, the one that Barclay made that song, The Lone Star. You remember the song?
The Lone Star Forever.
The Lone Star Forever. The Lone Star Forever. Oh, long may it flow over land or over sea. When it's all over. Look, yeah. Now what made Barclay to write that song? Barclay was inspired by standing up and fighting and saying to the League of Nations, Koto, I will not let Liberia become a trustee of the League of Nations. Now let me say, now let me say, that would have been better. Today, we're not going to have all this Swan and becoming president and spoiling the country. If Barclay had taken Liberia and entrusted it to the League of Nations, today Liberia will be all right. That boy wrote something in a letter. You want me to read one paragraph? You want me to quote one line of that letter? What? The last line of the letter. I still remember it today. He said, an unsophisticated African as I am, this is Edwin J. Barclay, president of Liberia from 1930 to 1944. I'm going to quote the last line of that letter that Barclay wrote to the League of Nations, in which he flat out rejected their offer for Liberia to be subsumed under the League of Nations as a trustee. He said, an unsophisticated African as I am, I fail to understand why the League of Nations, of which Liberia is a signatory, would want Liberia to become a trustee under it. And for this reason, I refuse. I shall stand for Liberia until the heavens fall.
Mm.
Did you hear what I said? That was the chicken letter Barclay wrote to the League of Nations. I shall stand for Liberia till the heavens fall. Then he was inspired by that moment in Liberia's history, and he wrote that song. The Lone Star forever, the Lone Star forever. Oh, that's the song.
Let's see.
That's it. He said, the Lone Star will never fall. He said, an unsophisticated African as I am, I fail to understand why the League of Nations, of which Liberia is a signatory, would want Liberia to become a trustee. On this basis, I refuse to sign, and I shall stand for Liberia until the heavens fall. That's your history there, folks, for those of you who did not know. So you see, this trafficking of people to work in foreign countries is what led to Charles D.B. King resigning as president on December 2nd, 1930. And his vice president, Yancey, resigning on December 3rd, 1930. There you go. A little bit of history there for you. We know our stuff. We will now go and take the gentleman from Trenton, New Jersey. They have some new development for us, Bwagai. So we want to hear what they have to say this morning. The elections are still on schedule, as we're told, to take place on the 14th of May, which is in 2 days' time. And they have written a complaint. They wrote several, and they finally got a response from the board, and the board has said that they will look into it, and so we'll see what happens there. But we want to hear from them and hear what they have to say. But if we got 2 calls there, let's take 1 or 2 calls.
Let's take 3. Let's make it 3.
Let's take 3 calls. Then we'll take Mr. Prince S. Bay and Mr. Rupert E. Peters.
Good morning.
Trenton, New Jersey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Good morning, Bwaga, and good morning to Leader Henry Pedro Costa.
Go ahead.
My name is Gabriel Masekwe, and I call you from South Korea. So I was keenly listening to the issue of traveling, especially when it comes to, the prostitution of our girls. So I was just trying to elaborate. I'm trying to elaborate on the last caller's comment that, Filipinos are actually gaining from the issue of traveling. And I can say he was very, very right. The issue of actually allowing your citizens to go abroad and work, which is structurally done by the government, is an income generating venture. Like, let me tell you something. I lived in Korea for some time. And one of the things I can tell you is that there's high level of underemployment in this country. And it's because most of the young Koreans don't want to do the unskilled labor work. They don't want to work in the factory. So what the Korean government does is that they form the bilateral agreement with the Asian countries there, Myanmar, Cambodia, China, and other countries. So other people come and work. They give them what we call E9 visa. And those people come, they work sometimes 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, and they remit most of the money to the country. The money circulates within their economy, and it grows their economy. So what the previous caller said, traveling, allow your citizens to travel on a very structural program. It's very, very good.
Okay, let's take the second caller. Good morning. Good morning. We just messed up on our caller. 2 more calls, 0770-102-102. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Brock. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you are live. Your name is joining us from?
Okay, I'm going to keep it simple this morning. My name is James Rato Jr., and I'm calling from Atlantic State, New Jersey. I want to speak about the women that are sent overseas, to do the slavery job. Yeah, the people color. He made a valid point. If we are sending people overseas to get jobs, because most of these job girls are doing like modern day slavery. If the government gets involved in that, not only getting involved, but the government should be able to check on those girls periodically because their documents are being confiscated and their phones are being seized, and then they treat them like slaves. So if the government is checking on them periodically to make sure that they are doing what they were sent there for, and when the government is actually sending people to actually check on them, they should take women with integrity. I will check on them because a lot of young women are being victimized. And thank you for this. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you, Baka. Let's take the last caller, then we'll go.
Yeah, we're trying to take our last caller here quickly this morning. Let's take this person. We just mess up on you. You can call back quickly. Our last call, then all right, this caller. Good morning. Your name, where joining us from?
Yeah, Boga, this is Samuel calling from Asia.
Welcome, Samuel.
Yeah, I want to say thanks to you, Boga, and I also want to say thanks to Henry Costa for those historical elaboration. Um, Look, I just want you guys to know that Liberia is completed finished. There is no system in that country to set up any organization to carry our Liberian sisters and brothers abroad to work. Look, no disrespect to our Liberian brothers that are outside in different countries. I regret. I know by now majority of them are regretting why they even voted for this CDC government that causing a lot of chaos. Now, if you cannot have a system in your country, the system in the country right now is completely bad. I want Henry Costa to get this. If you cannot stop tribalism, people are dying. Now you see the Grandidians, they are all on Facebook. They are all complaining, crying that the government need to step into death, 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 death. Today, you get Eugene Fagon talking about intelligentsia.
Okay.
If he was in Liberia, he was not going to be propagating those kind of a talk. Propagating those kind of a talk. Today, he's not. I'm coming, brother. Let me learn. Let me learn. So our sisters and brothers that are out there, they're not supposed to be out there. They are sound people. Some of them are educated, but they find no system in Liberia. So today they are striving in Dubai. They can't find their way out in Dubai. Not that they don't know their ABC, not that they don't know their left from the right, but because there is no system. We just don't have love. We don't have love. Helen have spoiled this country. That
right, brother, we gotta go.
Turning it over to Judge Weah.
Thank you so much. We'll have to go quickly because it's over to you.
All right, Bagai. Thank you for taking those calls, and thanks to all of our people for your contributions that you made. They were all good, all good, all positive. We have with us two gentlemen, Rupert E. Peters and Prince S. B. As I told you, you know us our here when we made promise we stick with it. We told you we're gonna stay on with this Trenton election issue until we get to the very bottom of it. And we are holding to our promise that we made. Rupert, good morning. Prince, good morning, and welcome to the both of you.
Good morning, Costa. How you doing this morning?
We're doing good. Prince.
Good morning, RP Costa, and good morning to the audience out there.
Fantastic. Welcome. So, gentlemen, we're told that, first of all, full disclosure, I reached out to the board through the secretary of the board, Reverend James Barkley, a decent man. I emailed him yesterday, extended to him, well, to the board, through him, as secretary of the board, an invitation to appear on the show for us to discuss the ongoing issue that hovers over this entire process, the election. So I just wanted to say that. I've done that, and he responded promptly, I might add, that he received my email and he was forwarding it to the board, and they will get back to me. Because my interest, as I've said, is for a free, fair, and transparent election to be held. That is my interest. Somebody saying that I should tell a gentleman in red to dress properly. You think that gentleman is bare-chested? He is not bare-chested. Prince Bay is wearing an under t-shirt.
Thank you very much, Costa.
See the men's shirt? You want to see the men's shirt rumble? The man 100-year-old, yeah? That is shirt you see that I think it's a dark brown or gray.
Dark gray.
Dark gray.
Thank you.
Mr. Prince Bay is properly dressed. Properly, he has an honest shirt. Did not see it go anyway. That's a little bit of So Rupert, let me come to you. So where are we now, Rupert?
Thank you so much, Costa. It's unfortunate to sit and see that those that are in charge of these elections trying to ignore the main issue. And now the main issue is simply the investigation as per our request. And they are saying that they will look into it, but we should come to election and vote. And it's common sense, all right? If something is not reconciled, if something is not solved, why should we skip step 1 and go to step 2? That means that we are selling ourselves and digging our own graves. The election commission had reluctantly responded and said that they have launched an investigation after a series of noise from our camp. Now you say you launched investigation, and that text was sent through the WhatsApp, restricted WhatsApp line. Now, up to now, there is no content with respect to that investigation. Those that are supposed to be involved in the investigation, they have not been declared yet. So my answer is that the investigation will be done by the same election commission, which is going to be the referee and the player, and that makes it does not align. So we go ahead.
No, go on. Go on.
So we expressed our grievances to the board, and we felt that
the board of
EULA board, and there is no sense of response from the executive, and we see reason to do that because this election has no oversight, and with respect to the channels and of which we have utilized, it's more of like if we crack we EULA executive, there's nothing will be done. So we had a statement yesterday on the Gilman show, and we told Gilman that we want to have this investigation resolved prior to going to elections.
Okay, I will hold you right there, Rupert.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I have here a letter in response to a letter that your camp wrote to the board.
Yes.
Because you wrote several letters to the president of EULA, Mr. Shiwo Kamara,
yes,
to which he did not care to respond. But when you wrote a letter to the board, then he responded. So I have his response here.
Yes.
It's a long letter. I'm not going to read the entire thing. It's from the president of EULA to the Team Hector, Weah, and Linda Gordon camp. Team Hector and Linda, addressed to you. I hereby acknowledge receipt of your letter dated May 9, 2022, addressed to me. As you have rightly indicated, the Liberian Community Association of Central New Jersey and metropolitan areas deserve to have their day to vote and elect whoever they want to lead them. My administration's only goal in mediating in your chapter is to ensure that the once vibrant community leadership issue is resolved to help its members and the general community as it did the previous conflict. But anyway, I'm going to go all the way down here. Mr. Weir, it will be easier to find out the ghost on May 14, 2022. The president of EULA is telling you that the ghost names that your camp has alleged that are on the voter roll will be easier to find on election day.
Now, Costa,
So he's basically saying, Rupert, that wait, don't worry, the ghosts will be found on election day. Why on election day, though?
Now, so I think that they're trying to ignore the actual meaning of that ghost. All sense is figurative, all right.
But he is saying, since all teams will have observers present at the polls, and there will also be independent observers who will be present to observe the process. Therefore, I assure you that you do not need to panic because the process will be open and transparent. You see what he's saying?
Yes. So I mean, the thing is simple. I mean, there is a clear, indication that he has ignored the actual aspect of our request, and it was simple. Now, when we're talking about ghosts, we mean dead people. So the other camp of the EULA interpretation of ghosts is that they register fake name and they register suspicious name. Now, our position and with respect to our perspective when it comes to ghosts, the ghost names are what? Those 400 plus names, all right, that resurface as per the mail-in registration.
Okay, fine. But then in his closing, I will go to Prince Bay. Prince,
yes,
Mr.
sir.
Bay, in his closing, the EULA president said that there is going to be a mediation meeting today at 8 p.m., May the 12th, which is today. Are you guys going to be attending this mediation meeting?
We will be attending the mediation meeting with the notion that investigation has to be complete.
Okay.
So that quote unquote ghost name we're talking about is full accountability of the registration that was done via mail-in.
Okay.
That means we need to see the postmark of envelopes because we are Madam Grant came on line yesterday evening, and she attested that she only received one phone registration and 2 box of registration with respect to.
Will she be in the meeting today, the mediation meeting?
I believe so. I cannot.
Okay, because they are the ones who are calling it.
Yeah,
Mr. Prince Bay, let's come to you.
So,
I just read a letter from the president of EULA, and he basically says that there are no ghosts, and you should not be worried. Let your heart not be worried, he said. For on election day, there will be observers from both camps and independent observers. So if a ghost shows up to vote, that ghost would be caught. What do you say to that, Mr. Prince Bay?
All right, that letter you just reading is right before me right here.
Mm-hmm.
First thing first, Costa, you see, that's the reason why we still have these problems in the Liberian community and the Liberian at large. Mm-hmm. Liberia as a large. You have a situation that is going on, and yet then still you have not addressed the situation, but you want to go to the polls and vote. I don't get that. That's one. 2 of it. Madam Grant, last night on the Gimen show, she did portray 2 envelopes. If from the envelope that she portrayed to the screen, it has a date rating. If you do a mail-in ballot for the next envelope for the next day at the post office, there's no writing on it. There's no date will be writing on it. No, it be computerized, not handwritten. The third thing of it is that the only reason why you see this letter that before us here was sent to us yesterday because we passed him and went to the board of EULA. And this letter,
because when you wrote the president, he did not respond.
He did not
so
respond.
You had to go to the board.
Right. So the board is the higher pick of ULA. So we decided to make our case there. And as we stand right now, we await the board decision on this matter. And the letter right before us here, when you go on the WhatsApp page, it's similar to what Mr. Japa wrote. It's similar to what Mr. Japa wrote. The only thing that is not on that letter that Mr. Japa wrote on the WhatsApp page is further down here to say May 14th, to say the mediation meeting today at 8 p.m.
Okay. Mr. Bay.
Yes, sir.
What does your camp want? Do you want these elections to happen? Or because some people are thinking that way, that you might be circumspect that you're going to lose, and that's why you don't want the elections to happen. But what does your camp want?
All right, so Costa will go to the election today. We will not lose. Reason,
right. I like your confidence.
We know what we have done in the community. We know what we stand for. But the thing there with us Liberian is that when you see the fight and the reality, you don't want to address it. You want to jump it and do something different.
That's not right.
That's not the right way to do things in the community.
Okay, so basically, I'm going to ask you again, what specifically does your camp want?
All we want is, that's the same question we asked last night. Mr. Gimel, could you just ask Madam Grant? You said you receive Cash App, you receive Zelle. It's simple. Oh, okay, these are the receipts from the Zelle, for the 2,800. These are receipts for the 8,900. These are receipts. That's all we want. That's all we want.
And these Zelle and Cash App payments were made by voters who registered?
According to her, it came in bulk from the 2 envelopes she received. See, so even Gimme asked one of the vice presidential candidate for the other team last night, said, this Cash App we're talking about here, how did you guys send the money? He respond was, oh, I can't respond to that because the campaign manager, how will you be the vice presidential candidate that vying for this position, don't have a track on money that is leaving from your finance, from your committee that going out?
Okay.
For voter registration. How?
Okay.
Every money that went out from our campaign team, some of us that even on the board, we have a track record on it. I can show you documents here that I have.
Someone's at the front door.
So those are the things that we're talking about here. So if you that board addresses our concern today, open it. Trust me. We'll go for the debate on Friday. Saturday, we'll go to the polls.
Thank you, Mr. Agbe.
Thank you.
Let's come to Rupert. So it's been made clear repeatedly, and I needed to ask that question for the benefit of those watching, that you're not opposed, or you are not opposed to the elections happening. The only issue is that let the voter roll be sanitized. The other day we had the Baye camp on the show. Mr. Anthony F. Baye himself, alongside his vice presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Massacoy. It was a good show. We kept it civil. I made sure they didn't throw around allegations that you guys were not here to address yourselves to. But I asked them one question. Do you want a legitimate election, or do you want to go to an election where the outcome, the legitimacy of the outcome is not an issue, it's not questioned? Mr. Baye said, yes, I want a free and fair election that when I win, they would not question the legitimacy of it. That was a good statement on his part. I asked him another question. Do you believe that there are issues with the voter roll, as has been alleged, stated by the other side? Mr. Kwaye said, yes, I believe there are issues. Duplicity, duplication of names on the voter roll. Mr. Kwaye said that. That is a claim which your camp has also made.
Yesterday, I'm on a call.
So so the both camps are in agreement that the voter roll is not perfect. It's not without problems. So if you both agree, why don't you both work together with the ULA folks to have the voter roll? Oh, we lost Rupert there. Apparently somebody has been bugging his phone. So the issue here is, Mr. Bayi, while you're still on, and we have only a few minutes left.
Okay.
When this report is coming back.
Yeah, sorry, Costa.
It's okay, Rupert. It's okay. So I'm sure you heard the most part of what I said.
No, I kind of missed everything. I just got distracted.
Well, Rupert, I said when the Kwaye team was on, I asked them about the integrity of the voter roll.
Yes.
Whether the issues you've raised are legitimate. Mr. Kwaye himself said, in his own words, that he believes that the voter roll is laced with ghost names or duplications. He didn't use ghost names. He said there are duplications of names, lots of them. Then I asked him, would you want these duplications to be removed? He said, sure. Okay, that they call it sanitizing the voter roll.
Right.
Then I asked Mr. Kwaye, do you want to go into a process where if you want, the outcome of that process would be plunged into illegitimacy? He said, no, I want to win a clean election. I said, fine. I said, then it should behoove you to want to see the voter rolls sanitized to the reasonable satisfaction of both sides, so that when you go into this exercise and someone emerges the winner, someone will emerge the winner, the loser would accept graciously and the winner would be magnanimous in their victory. Mr. Kwaye did agree with me. So it seems to me that the Kwaye camp is not in opposition to the issue you've raised. In theory, they're not. In principle, they are not against what you've raised. It is the ULA camp, however, that seems to be recalcitrant. The letter from the president of ULA, and I'm disappointed, and I'm going to say this in a very public manner. The Kwaye team seems like a level-headed side. They don't seem to be saying, you're lying, there's no issue. No, Mr. Kwaye said, there are issues with the voter roll. He said it right here. I got the video. The ULA side is saying, no. Mr. Shiwo Kamara, the president of ULA, who himself personally is not even involved with the process, has already dismissed your claims without having the opportunity to subject your claims to a thorough and comprehensive investigation.
Thank you.
Now, Costa, this
what is an issue yet?
Yeah, Costa. The thing about it is, Costa, the letter is it clearly states that there is nothing like intervention that's been will be made from the head, Mr. Kamara. But I'm not sure if he's aware that the Electoral Commission launched an investigation. Number two, now we need a simple form of transparency and some form of accountability as well too. You said she contradicted her statement. Number one, from the date, I think last Thursday when the voter roll was released. We asked her, how did we get from 741 to 1200 plus? She said, Hector, I was receiving a lot of people text message me, and I filled up the form, and all these conversations were all transcribed. Now, we asked her. At the end of our opponent, a pretty much opposition said that send in registration form. She said no. She said all she received was lots of forms coming in, and she was filling it up for people.
Let me hold you right there, Rupert.
Yes, and then they were text messaging the name
so she said
the payment.
These additional names did not come from your opposing camp, but they came from text messages that you received.
Yes. Now, last night, last night, later that we get to know that out of those people that text messaged her, she said it was only one person now that text messaged her and sent her a cash app to show. The bulk of the registration form
300
that came,
plus names.
yeah, the bulk of the registration that came through two envelopes. One from Mr. Okoye and one from Mrs. Tyler Miller.
So when I saw she contradicted herself.
Correct.
And we can prove that.
You have
Now,
the proof.
yes.
Yep.
I then present the proof today in the mediation meeting at 8 p.m.
Yes, okay. So now all these, mixed match, all these.
You see, this is all now. Rupa, I'm going to hold you right there.
Yes.
Electioners want to have you behind. By the time you start changing your story, you who organizing the election, you in charge, your stories are now holding up.
Thank you.
You're changing them. Today you say A, tomorrow you say B, the other tomorrow you say C. It takes away the confidence from the people who are participating, the stakeholders. You see, when they say elections should be free, fair, and transparent, it says a lot. Free, fair, transparent. What's happening here is not transparent.
It's not.
What's happening here is not fair. What's happening here, it may be free, but it's not fair and it is not transparent until the issues raised are addressed speedily and comprehensively and dealt with. I believe the elections should not proceed.
Now, let me just come in.
We don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to give each of you 1 minute.
Okay.
You can use that 1 minute to exhaust so we can close up here. But as I said, I consider myself a stakeholder to this process because I'm a Liberian and you are all Liberians. So I want the process to happen. May the better candidate or the stronger candidate win. But let it be fair, let it be free, let it be transparent. So far, the Yula people, their behavior, it leaves much to desire. Their behavior is unacceptable. The response from the president of Yula, and I'm just saying my part so you can speak, then we'll go, right? Let me say my part.
Okay.
Summing it up. The response from the president of Yula was very distasteful, was very unprofessional,
Thank you.
and was reckless. You the B man. We tell you say your people that you send here to organize election, they're not doing it the right way, we get issue.
Yeah.
And you say, my man, I don't see no issue. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go to the president. Y'all don't worry. Election day, y'all will find the votes. Oh, how you can tolerate that?
How?
You're supposed to say, I will set up a committee to look into the issues. In the meantime, we'll put a stay on the process. Until the issues you raise are addressed. What are the men get point, not get point? Listen to him. It's only called due process.
That's it right there, Costa.
The panel can, gentlemen, why your allegation? Present your proof. Raise your issues. The accused party is there. Okay, address yourself to the issues that the camp has raised. What you say about it? That's how you discharge of issues when they are raised as a leader. But to have read what my brother Shiwa Kamara wrote to you guys, I'm disappointed in Shiwa Kamara. I've said my piece. Mr. Bay, give us your closing in 1 minute and we'll go to Rupert Peters to close us up.
Thank you so much, Costa. The thing there is that even you as the election commission, in your statement, you said you receive form, you fill out form for people. Are you the one supposed to be doing that? You're not the one to be doing that. The person will mail in it to you already, fill up. But now to text you, oh, Henry Costa, my date of birth is 1962, please put it in. Come on now, who are you? Are you for Team Hector or are you for Team Anthony? No, you should not be doing that as a election commission. No. It's completely not acceptable. Two of it is so simple. Madam, please tell us 10,000 came on April 27.
You got 1 million. Don't forget.
Yeah, 2,000 king on April 15. That's all you will need. To my audience out there, we are not afraid to go to the pool. All we want is just transparency. As the other thing I say, accountability. That's all we want. And address our issue as we have brought it forth to you. Costa, thank you for allowing us on your show this morning. Thanks to my listening all day.
All right, Costa, once again, thank you. I mean, it's unfortunate that our opponent has said we're crying wolf. And basically, it's a friend of mine. And we were on Trainer Professional Old Timer Board. And this is a man with principles. This is a man with standard. To my, amazement, to see the fact that things that should be done the right way are being compromised. All right. And I understand the fact that they said that, they're not you to talk about us. But this is a collective effort to ensure, take it or leave it, favoritism or not. Had it been the other way, I know my brother Anthony played very well. His reaction was going to be more than what we're doing right now. But the fact that it's not from that camp, no problem. But what I can tell our populace is this. We need to have 100% evidence to ensure that there were no discrepancies, there was no irregularities. Madam Grant says she has the proof of the Zelle, the Cash App, and she has the envelopes and stuff we need, and it's independent. Not the same people. Independent team to come and investigate. If this can be done tonight, no problem. Elections will be held. Who wins, who loses, no problem. But let's get things straight. We will not skip step one, the verification process, and go and go straight down to election day. It will never happen on our watch. So let us stay potent and know that there is still level of high standard integrity that we can get out of these people, and we assure them through the involvement of the board. We will make sure that things are right. It's unfortunate that the board said that the main goal is to eradicate corruption in EULA. But I would not just highlight them more than what I'm about to say right now. But with the board's intervention in addition to what this election commission is planning to do tonight. Thank you so much, Mr. Costa, and God bless Trenton and his surroundings.
Thank you very much. I am waiting to hear from the board in regard to my invitation for them to appear to discuss this issue. But more importantly, their intervention in the matter is what I'm looking forward to. Thank you so much, gentlemen, and have yourself a good day. Keep me posted on how that mediation meeting goes today.
Sure, Costa.
Thank you very much. Well, folks, there you have it. Today is this brings us to an end of today's broadcast. You've been listening to the nation's premier platform where we discuss the issues that matter. I'm Henry Pedro Costa. George George, how you saying that, my man? We your hand on your chin like that, my man. Like you thinking about your 50 children? And George?
No, man.
And what going on with the money? Oh, okay. Let me not ask you again if we can toss in the wild on here. All right, folks. So this is how we bring this to an end, and have yourselves a blessed, wonderful day. We'll be back here tomorrow, same time, and 7:30. Well, not 7:30, 10:30 Liberian time, and 6:30 Eastern time. Take care. Bye-bye.